You know, as you well know, African Americans overwhelmingly support President Obama. There's no question about it. 95% voting for him. But there are some African Americans who believe that President Obama hasn't done enough for the poor and working class. And activist Cornell West had a stinging critique of the president. January 2008 in South Carolina. Democratic candidates prepared to debate.
Y'all stay strong, though.
Princeton University professor Cornell West strongly endorsed then Senator Barack Obama.
I think he's got the vision, he's got the newness, he's got the freshness.
Fast forward to this week, West is now strongly criticizing President Obama, calling him, quote, a black puppet and black mascot of Wall Street.
Well, when I look at the mass unemployment, mass underemployment, mass incarceration, especially in the black community, but I'm talking about poor and working people across the board, it seems to have a very low priority. It seems to be an afterthought. That's what I mean when I say one becomes a puppet for corporate plutocrats and a mascot for Wall Street oligarchs.
West tells truthdig.com, quote, I think my dear brother Barack Obama has a certain fear of black men. It's understandable. As a young brother who grows up in a white context, brilliant African father, he's always had to fear being a white man with black skin. I asked West what he meant.
I don't think he has the fear of black men. I think he has a certain distance from free black men who are willing to speak the truth, both about America and about himself.
West's comments are outright inflammatory, but he admits he has a personal issue with Mr. Obama. He says he campaigned for Mr. Obama but never got a thanks and couldn't get tickets to the inauguration. But West says he doesn't want that to distract from a larger message that black people are being left behind, even under a black president. The issue is there, says Politico's Carrie Budoff-Brown.
And that, I think, scratches at a very real disappointment that exists right now in the liberal base, the base of the Democratic Party, towards the president, that he is not or has not been the strong progressive that they imagined he would be.
President Obama, while campaigning on a message of change, has surrounded himself with old Washington hands. And the unemployment rate for African Americans is 16%. We asked the White House to comment, but they declined. But Obama's supporters say, sure, it's easy for outsiders to criticize the president. Roland Martin says the president isn't a professor or a social activist, and he does have multiple constituencies.
Is he black enough? Is he Christian enough? Is he, what is it? And so to me, that is a waste of time. But I think what also has to be recognized is that you're dealing with somebody who is a politician, who has a much different role and responsibility.
Now, administration supporters say the president hasn't just ignored the plight of the poor and the working families, and they highlight some of the accomplishments of the administration, from reforming Wall Street to the health care law to the Ledbetter Act that gave equal pay to men and women.